Yes, we can hear you.
You able to get me?
Yes.
Are you able to? Okay. So I want us to look at what we call demand analysis in managerial economics. Now, demand is simply the willingness, okay, and ability of customers to pay for the goods and services. That is on what we call demand analysis. The willingness and ability of customers to pay for the goods and services is what we call demand analysis. Are you getting me? Are you with me? Hello, are people getting me?
Yes,
Yes, we're getting you. Yes.
Yeah, so when you're talking about demand analysis, demand is just the willingness and ability of customers to pay for the goods and the services. You are willing, but you have the ability to pay. If you don't have the ability to pay, don't eat. Don't go for something you cannot afford. That's what demand is about. So there are two combinations of what demand is all about. The willingness, but do you have the ability to pay? So there are two serious sensitive terminologies here, willingness and ability for the demand analysis. You are willing, but do you have the ability to pay? If you don't have the ability to pay, you just live within your means. Is that okay with you? I'm
Yes.
sure you have understood my statement. Now, I want not to run away from what I can call demand determinants. Demand what? Determinants. Who can tell me what factors determine demand? What is the first factor that will determine demand? What factor will determine the demand? Number one is what? The price of the good. Price of the good. This is now making us understand the law of supply and demand. All right. So if the price of the good is high, what happens to demand?
And below.
If the price of the good is high, demand falls. Not so. So before anything else, let's do this. Okay, so if the price of the good is high, demand falls. All right. Now the other thing here is that price of other goods. The price of what? Other goods. These other goods are called what? Substitute goods. So if the price of other goods, if the price of other goods is high, then people will demand more units of the normal good. So if the substitute goods like rice is high, people demand more units of the other good. So this is what happens. Okay. Then what happens to disposable income? Disposable income. So if people have high disposable income, so if people have high disposable income, okay, what happens? They can demand more and more units of the good. They can demand more units of the good. Are we together, boss? Are people getting me?
Yes.
Yes, we're getting you. Yes.
So if you have income, your income level, you are getting a salary of 1,000 kwacha, an example. Then they start giving you 50,000 kwacha or 120,000 kwacha per month. Instead of you building one house, you can build 10, you can get 10 cars, you can get, I don't know, spending on whatever you need. Okay, so that is another determinant of what will determine the demand. Of course, there are two compositions of willingness and ability. So if you don't have the ability, you are willing to go to UNAS or you're willing to go to the university, you're willing to go elsewhere, but you have the ability to pay. You have the ability to pay for a service. You don't have the ability to pay for the service. So these two combinations, they go actually together. All right. So this is about what we have concerning the determinants of demands. And of course, we have what we call advertising, right? So advertising, what does it entail? Okay, so if people advertise more, okay, so if people advertise more about the product, okay, in fact, actually, what we can simply say is that if the firm, all right, an example, we have what we call you see, their promotions that run when you're doing marketing. So if the firm, all right, so if the firm advertise more, about the product, okay, just you need people to know about you. So you get into what we call advertisement. Okay. But of course, the relationship can be a positive or negative. You can advertise more, but your sales are still reducing. An example, you can be spending much time studying, but you're still failing the exam. So you have a negative relationship between the two composition. Now, if the firm advertise more about the product, okay, of course, you have what we call people will demand more units of that product. This is just about what we are talking about concerning the advertisement. Are we safe? Are we safe so far? Are you with me right about now?
Yes, with you.
Okay, now these are the major determinants of demand. All right, but of course, we may also talk about external factors. Okay, what are external factors? Don't forget or run away from the fact that we had what we call COVID-19, an example where there was a restriction in terms of how many people should be in a restaurant. So the determinant of of the people, how many people come and buy from you, okay, to consume at your restaurant. The demand was reducing, demand was affected, right? Okay. So outbreaks or external factors, they will affect demand of a product. Is that okay with you? Are you getting me so far? I don't know if you're able to get me loud and clear.
Yes, we are getting you.
So those external factors affect the demand. Now, now I want us to get into what we call cost analysis. Okay? Cost what? Cost analysis. So the total cost of every business, the total cost of every business is made up of two major costs. Okay? So our total cost is equal to TFC plus TVC. So what is the TC? TC is the total cost, right? TC is the total cost. What about the TFC? This is what we call total fixed cost. Then TVC is what we call total what? Variable cost. Are we together? So the total fixed cost, this is a cost that do not vary with production. So we're talking about cost that do not vary with production is what we call total fixed cost, e.g. We're talking about rent, okay? Rent, whether you have one client or so, one customer coming to your restaurant, okay, you have to pay rent. You still have to start giving excuses concerning how many people are coming, okay, at your apartment, okay? If you are running a school, if you don't have any student, but you're still running classes, you have to pay rent. Even if there's one student or there are two students, I don't know if you get my point. Are we together so far? People with me, are you getting me so far?
Yes, we
We
can.
are with
We are talking about total variable cost. So we are simply stating, they're saying that this is the cost that vary with production. Okay, this is the cost that vary with production. This is what we call the total variable cost. Okay. Now, I don't know if you have gotten this point loud and clear. So, example, okay? If the firm, okay, before we start looking at the questions from exam papers, you will need to understand the basis of why these are coming. If the firm has the following, okay, total cost function, total cost function. This is just my example before looking at an example from the question. Total cost is equal to 200 plus 20 Q plus, okay, 50 Q square plus 100 Q to the power 3. Have you seen this example, this question, boss? Are we together? Are we together?
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Okay. Have you seen the question so far? Are we together?
Wait. Yes, we have seen the question, yes.
Okay. So, okay. So, what is the question here? It's simply, if the firm has the following total cost function, what's our total cost? Our total cost in this question is 200, all right? We have a 200. Are you able to see my whiteboard?
Yes, we can see it, yes.
Yeah, so if you understand this example, then it will be much better for you to apply or solve other questions, okay? I'm going to be able to show you how now you do the differential calculus, especially in terms of equating these equations. So we're saying if the firm has the following total cost function, total cost is equal to what? 200 plus 20q, all right, plus 50q squared plus 100q to the power 3. I mean, I don't know if you're able to see this question here. You're able to see it, right? Are you able to see my question here, boss?
Yes, yes, it's clear, yes.
Is it possible you can mute yourself? You may mute yourself so that we are having class. I don't have noise in the background. All right, so now here, and this firm is able to produce how many units of a commodity? It's able to produce 10 units of a commodity, according to what we have here. All right, so now we need to get down to the way we are going to calculate the following that the examiner wants us to do. All right. Okay. So what's our total cost here? So let's get into our solution. So our total cost is actually going to be 200 plus, all right, 20q. Then what else? Plus the 50q square. Then plus what? Plus the 100q to the power, q to the power 3. So what will be our total cost? Get a calculator and substitute where we have the q about the q, put 10 there. What are we getting? So 200 here plus 20 on 10. Are we together so far? Plus 50 on 10 square. Then plus what? 100 on 10 to the power 3. What else are we getting on our total cost now? For those who have calculators, please help us. What else are we getting so far? What answer are we getting there? I'm coming. I know why I'm doing this, because we'll get into revenue maximization, profit maximization. All right. At what point will the firm maximize? Because the basis and objective of every organization is actually to maximize profit. Otherwise, the company can close down. Are we together? So what answer are we getting? Who can give me the answer that we're getting here?
105,400.
Okay, let me confirm. Let me audit the answer. No problem. Let me just audit it. Come again. One what? 105? 400?
400.
Correct. Thank you very much for giving me the correct answer. This is the. So this answer is correct. For those who have given me this answer, the answer is correct. We can build up a little bit. Okay, getting down to the other aspect of the question, the total fixed cost. What would be our TFC? Who can give me the total fixed cost? What answer is the total fixed cost? The total fixed cost is what? From this one, don't have to calculate anything. The total fixed cost is a cost that has no variable Q. So the total fixed cost is just a 200, the one that does not vary with the output. All right, that is the total fixed cost. Are we together?
Yes.
So that's our total fixed cost, boss. Our total variable cost, all right, getting down to this, we're talking about the total variable cost is 20Q, all right? So 20Q, then plus about getting down to 50Q square. So 50Q square. And of course, we're getting down to 100Q, okay, plus the 100 Q to the power 3. So our total variable cost, actually 20 on 10 plus 50 on 10 square, then plus 100 on 10, okay, to the power 3. So what's our total variable cost? Total variable cost is giving us what?
105, 200.
Come again?
105, 200.
105, 200. Okay. Thank you very much. You are very right about that one. Let us now get down to the average variable cost. Okay. Average variable cost is equal to total variable cost over Q. So 105, 200 divided by 10 units is already in the question. What else are we getting? It's giving us what? 10 what?
10, 520. 520.
520. Thank you very much. Then getting down to the other one. The other one is talking about what? Average total cost. Average total cost is the other one we're looking at. Okay. So average total cost. So average total cost is equal to total cost divided by Q. Okay, what is our total cost? We come back here. Our total cost is 105, 400. Okay, 105, 400, then divide by 10. And what are we getting down here? 105, 400 divided by what? By 10. Is that getting what? 10 by 40. Are we together? Then
Yes.
marginal cost. Marginal. Okay. Marginal cost. Okay, so our marginal cost. All right, so we're getting down to the marginal cost. So this marginal cost, okay, what is this marginal cost? Marginal cost is simply the change in total cost. So marginal cost, this is simply the change in total cost. All right, so we're simply saying this is the change in total cost with respect to change in quantity. This is on marginal cost. So when we differentiate the total cost function we get marginal cost. So to differentiate the function, the powers of the function drop, and we subtract 1 from that power. Are we together so far? So to differentiate the function, the power of the function drop, and we subtract a 1 from that power. You get my point, right?
Yes.
So that's what it means by. So our marginal cost is equal to change in total cost over change in quantity. So MC is equal to change in total cost over change in quantity. This is what happens here for the marginal cost. Now, let me mention one thing here that the differentiation, okay, of the constant number without a variable is 0. E.g., the differentiation of a number like 100, the answer is 0. 50, differentiation, the answer is 0. The number that has no variable, differentiation is 0. Now, from here, what are we having as our total cost? Our total cost is what? 200. Are we together? So what's our total cost here, boss? Our total cost is what? 200 plus what? 20Q plus what? 50Q square,
50Q.
then plus what? 100Q to the power 3. So our marginal cost will be equal to 0 for 200. 200 is a constant number, so the differentiation is 0. Okay? This is 0. Are you getting me?
Yes, we are getting you, Yeshua.
Okay, so now the other one here, this power is power 1. So let your 20 remain here. Then the power drops, which is a 1 here, boss. 1 drops. Now, Q will be Q to the power 1 minus 1. Like I mentioned to say, to differentiate when we differentiate the thought function, we get the marginal cost. Now, to differentiate the function, okay, what goes on here? So to differentiate the function, the powers of the function drop, and we subtract the 1 from that power. The powers of the function drop, and we subtract the 1 from that power. Is that okay with you? Are we there? Are we there? Are we together?
Yeah, I can explain.
Pardon?
Explain again.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that
Go through again.
to differentiate the function, the powers of the function drop, and we subtract the 1 from that power. So what we are simply saying is that when we come here, this one is a constant number, it's 0, quite all right. But this 20Q, Q is a single Q, meaning that it's raised to the power of 1, right? Are we there?
Yes, yes.
So
Yes,
it's raised to the power of 1. So the power of the function drop. So this one has
Mhm.
dropped, right? Are we together?
Okay. Mhm.
So the power function has dropped, which is the one has dropped, right? This one. And you subtract a one from that power. Meaning, as we get down to 50, when we go down to 50 here, what power is going to drop? A 2, right? Are we there?
Mhm.
Then what happens is to be q to the power
Yes, we are there.
2 minus 1, right? Are you with me?
Mhm.
Then it plus 100, which is here, 3 drops. Then q to the power 3 minus what? 1. Is that okay with you?
Mhm.
So meaning our marginal cost to be, this one is the power 0. A number to the power 0 is 1. Q to the power 0 is 1 times 1, 1 times 20 is 20. Then plus, this one will give us what? What is 2 minus 1?
1.
1. So it will be 100. You multiply these two guys here at the bottom. This one. So it will be 100 Q, then plus 300 Q square. Are we together? Okay. But I don't know if you're following me, boss. Are you there? Hello? Hello?